Hey folks, this is Steve with the Hoeltkes. We're taking a family vacation down to Marathon in August, and I thought I'd bring you along for the ride. It's kind of hard to tell everybody the stories and not leave something out. Here we are at Robbie's, where you can feed the tarpon. There's Heaven. We've got some really big tarpon here.
Get this guy back here, the giant.
There's Mason.
Put it in the water. Touch it to the water.
Justin.
All the way down, man. Touch it to the water. Lay down. You gotta lay down.
There's Katie. Dylan.
Just go down.
There's Heaven.
Don't take it.
Dylan again, or as we like to call him, Dylon.
Close your eyes.
And Katie again.
Oh my God.
That one got some air. Mason. Mason gets a little bit of a rash here.
Oh my God.
Complained about it the whole trip.
You guys.
Riley got those rashes the last 2 times she was here, so she's a little reluctant. Can't say as I blame her.
The lower you go, the easier it is to see who's going to bite it. They just fly out of nowhere.
Right here you'll see how sneaky these pelicans can be.
Pelican cookie. Pelican cookie.
Bye, Robbie's. Robbie's is always a fun stop on the way into the Keys. We had just launched the boat. There's Mason, Riley, and myself heading to the house. We didn't tell anyone. We stopped at a patch reef on the way. And I'm about to drop in. About 25 feet deep here. The wind had been blowing for weeks when we got there, so it was a little bit cloudy, but those patch reefs are hard to beat. You'll hear my watch beep randomly through the video. That's either telling me I'm at certain depths, like 20, 30, 40 feet, or that I've been down for increments of time. Just gonna let this roll for a minute so you can take in the beauty of it. Kind of see how cloudy it is right there, but this camera does such a great job of cutting through that haze. It did not look like that in person. It was I used the flashlight quite a bit here because it was a lot darker in person. Looks like I'm shining a flashlight into a bright hole, but yeah, I couldn't see those fish till I put the light on them. You're going to hear a lot of sounds like that. Little bubbles escaping my snorkel, my mask equalizing at depth. I promise I'm no more gassy than usual. Oh, excuse me. There's Katie in heaven in the back, and my lovely wife, Becky. Oh. Drop down on a Old Faithful wall right here. Really dirty right there. There's a lionfish. Every one of those you see, there's a Goliath grouper. Try to sneak up and take that thing from me. You're supposed to take every lionfish you can because they're invasive and they eat everything on the reef. They're no good to have around. Katie took a shot at a lobster there on a little grass ledge. Get back for another one. The trick with these guys is don't touch them in the front. They don't like that. Kind of dumb, so you can tickle them around, touch the back of them, touch the sides of them, make them go in the direction you want, nice and gentle. Slip that snare around their tail and grab them. Alternatively, you can use a net and a tickle stick. A lot of people do that. Beginners like to do that. I prefer these. There's Riley going down for one.
I did. Watch out.
See him hanging upside down in here. It's a little dirty. I couldn't see anything in there. Just kind of tickled him out with the stick.
Big mutton snapper. Big snapper.
He won't keep.
You can see I work on this little cave for a few minutes. There's a couple in there. Sorry about my hands. I forget the camera's there sometimes and don't worry about the placement of it. Same little spot, cleared up a little bit. You can see there's still a few in there. A lot of them are small. Lobster have to be 3 inches or greater at the carapace, which is the big shell on their back. This is when I just realized there's a back door to the hole. And they kept sneaking out on me. Got him. That one's greater than 3 inches. Back at that wall. It's about 30 feet at the very bottom. It kind of steps down to about 18. Right in here, and then drops again. There's a lot of rubble, room for fish and lobster down here. Love this kind of stuff. Here there's somebody almost right above us running their motor. Current's really ripping in here, and he's trying to place a brownies and dive it. It's not the time or place for that. It's moving too fast.
I'll head back to the boat. You want it? Yeah.
sounded like he was right on top of us.
Big. I came up, I was over here. I didn't even know.
Hey, can you guys watch the motor where you see the dive flag? I know you're trying to dive, but I know it is. It's bad, man, but I'm coming up right where you're at. It's not the right time for that brownie.
You can see his brownie hauling butt in that current. Put a little stopwatch on here to show you guys how long Katie and I go down. Oh, there's a Goliath. Hold your breath with us if you want. I'm not setting any records. Keep in mind it's 28 to 30 feet deep at the bottom down here. When you're down that deep, the air in your lungs is half the size that it was at the top. It compresses in half. Katie's had enough. But I don't think it was because she was out of air. She just got a little
Good job.
intimidated.
I was starting to...
I love this spot when it's clear. It was not clear most of the trip because of all the wind. Towards the end of the trip I did, there's what I thought was a black, and then I realized later it was a Goliath. I wasn't exactly sure, so I decided not to pull the trigger. It spooks out on me.
Did you see that grouper?
Here we are in the mangroves. This is my zen place. I can lay in here for hours and just become one with the environment. It's so peaceful to me. From the surface or from a boat, you just see trees over water, and it looks like a nope. Took a shot at a mangrove here. Want to get out of that spot so I don't stir it up too much. You can see all the silt on the bottom. Any little movement stirs it up. Right here I go down to a sunken boat. It's upside down. We're looking through the transom here. I had just seen a Goliath and a black grouper swim in here. And they're all the way up in the front. I can't see any trace of them. Heading to Key West. We stop on the trip to see the deer. The deer, yeah. I'm an idiot. I'm gonna turn. Hold on, Mitch.
They will go what?
I think
don't run up to
just
them.
just
We don't
kind of. We turn on your left right here.
Yeah, just see where we are. Aww.
It's kind of a fine line between letting the kids enjoy them, walk slow,
Oh my god.
and exposing them to humans a little too much. And these live in neighborhoods and are fed, obviously. No, he's not.
There's so many bugs around you. Go get your bugs.
Here we're walking down a deer trail in the reserve to see if we saw any more. That didn't work out very well. We didn't see any more. Seems like there was more in the neighborhood than there was in the reserve.
It doesn't look like it. I don't know where that deer went.
Heading down the rest of the way to Key West, southernmost point in the U.S., mile marker 0. Actually, I don't know if that's called mile marker 0. That might be on a different highway or something. This is where everyone goes to take photographs. Cute little shop with some Turkish lamps. We have some of these at the house. They're always beautiful to see.
Is this all Turkish stuff? Like, I'm assuming that's...
Wow.
It's so pretty.
There's a lot of chickens in Key West, and the Keys in general.
It was like killing pie ice.
Little banyan trees. And this is on the way out. Kind of an abrupt stop there. I didn't show much of Key West. I'll do a separate video of the Hemingway house. This is Hogfish on the way out. Riley took over and drove the boat quite a bit on this trip. For some reason the mic stopped working on the one GoPro on the boat. Another look at a patch reef. Back to the grass ledges. They always hold them pretty well. There's a lot of smalls. We didn't have great luck this year. Probably only ended up with, for the whole week, about 50 lobster. Stone crab back there.
You scared me so bad.
Huh?
You scared me.
Pretty easy to get tunnel vision. Barracuda was hanging around. They usually won't bother you too much, but we needed some cut bait, and he looked a lot smaller than I thought. He ended up being a little too big to eat, so we used him as cut bait. Oh, there's a lobster. I'll see if I can grab him on the way out. Nope. Little remora hanging out on me, thinks I'm a big fish. Nice Goliath grouper. Back to my favorite little wall. See, there's a lot of structure here, and why last year I enjoyed diving it so much. Another little counter to hold your breath along with me if you'd like. Color temperature changes as I get deeper. It changes from green to more like what it looked like. Of course, I couldn't see half that far. I couldn't get a shot on any fish because they saw me before I saw them and would bolt. See that fish right there? That's exactly how they would behave. They would see me and bolt. I didn't have much time to react. Get the gun around. There's me not farting again. Another drop on the wall. Pretty uneventful. There's a couple of good fish there that were hard to see and gone before I could take a shot. There's a little bit undersized hog snapper. A little too small. They're super easy to shoot because they're kind of friendly. But they're not big enough. There's my alarm yelling at me on my watch that it's been a minute. Wake up, stupid. Go get a breath. There goes a fish. I don't even know what that was. Another little hog. Tons of fire coral everywhere, all that orange stuff. Get it on your bear skin, it feels like somebody's putting a cigarette out on you. Don't ask me how I know what that feels like. Parrotfish. Nice parrotfish. or no microphone on the boat. Of course, Becky's happy she just got her Bird Ein's fish sandwich. Here we'd gone offshore trying our hand at mahi fishing and found some floating debris. There was a bunch of triple tail on it.
Nope, they're done. Yeah.
This guy's a little undersized.
Kill plates will get you on anything. You got a glove back there.
The big one was are you keeping it?
No. I'm just trying to pick him up without cutting my hand.
The big one was going for yours.
A little underwater footage of some almacos. These little guys were ravenous. Couldn't get our bait to anything else. Like piranha. I don't know if you can see in the background back there. Maybe pause the video and you can see all the triple tail back there in the background. We did not know was back there. And come to find out later that if these guys are here, the mahi are under them.
We're mad for catching fish.
Some more Swiss cheese bottom. Seems like they're pretty fond of that sargassum that balls up on the flat and rolls around. Hides them pretty well. Anytime you see that near a ledge or near some rocks, there's probably going to be some lobster under it. Like a tumbleweed sometimes when the current's really flowing. See, this coral head had that sargassum rolled up next to it, and they were just kind of loaded up in there. You'll see what looks like the corpses of a bunch of lobster here, but that's not actually what it is. Lobster are like lizards or spiders or anything with an exoskeleton. When it grows, it just gets tighter and tighter in its shell and sheds the shell and molts. Those are actually molts. After they molt, the lobster will be, for a little while, will be very soft shell. It's like soft shell crab. You get those after they molt. pretty soft when I get it, or when he gets it. Looks like Mason's grabbing that one. Key West gray angelfish. Coming up here, you're going to see a Goliath grouper and what they do to defend themselves. You hear that thump? Sounds like a heartbeat. It's much louder underwater. Got him!
Anybody want to fish?
The GoPro seems to be working fine now. I think it just got some water in it and upset it. There's my lovely Lady Becky. Got some silhouette with the sunshine behind her. My mermaid. Pretty close hogfish here. They have to be 16 inches to the fork, and he is right there, but he's close. He's too small. A good rule of thumb.
Don't scare it away, but go down and look at it. You see him?
Oh my god.
I get to go back to the mangroves, nice and peaceful again. Stirring up some dirt, drawing some curious fish. Some dog snapper in there that were probably keepers, but they're always just out of reach. Katie and Mason on the brownies. It's like a scuba system where the compressor sits up top on a float and feeds air down through the hoses. Go down on a couple of Goliath grouper here that get startled and thump. You get to hear the thump again. It definitely scared Katie off. Love popping the bubbles. Spots had really nice bottom, but they looked like they were picked clean. Looks like Mason took a shot at a fish. Trying to get his attention, grunting and rattling things. It's hard to hear under there. Snorkel talk. Starfish. Everything okay? Evan was struggling with not enough weight and keeping her top on. Katie helped her sister out. Said she's getting a rash guard next time for sure. I recommend that anyway. There's too many things down there to sting your skin, hurt you. There's Justin trying to... He didn't have enough weight either. He's trying to get a lobster out of there. Katie sees a lionfish.
Yeah, go tell them to give you the spear. You can kill one.
Unfortunately, Katie did kill said lionfish, and I didn't get it on camera because I thought the camera was off and it was already on, and I turned it off. Such is life. Love this Swiss cheese bottom stuff. And so do the lobster. That snare was giving me fits because it was folded up a little too much. It's a little bit older one I've got. It doesn't want to hold its shape. Mason keeping his pimp hand strong in there. Look at the cojones on this kid.
Dude!
Katie likes the remora on her. Katie used to want to be a marine biologist. She loves getting up into this stuff. Up close and personal. Katie found some cowries under here. The Atlantic deer cowrie. They have a unique defense mechanism. They kind of blow a curtain up over their back of slime, cover themselves in the slimy bottom. You see when I pull them out, they don't have that on them. They just look shiny and beautiful. I think I see a third one in there. It ran away. That's a crab. There's that defense mechanism working its way up the back. It'll cover the whole thing. Almost closed all the way up there. And I pull it back down. Very interesting. Here we are back on the patch reef. It's a little more clear today because of course we're on our last day, and it always clears up on our last day. There's the kids, Riley and Mason. Everyone else went home except Riley, Mason, Becky, and I. And we were going to stay a few more days, but I got a kidney stone, so this was it. They're on the brownies at 25 feet. Everyone say hi to Becky. Hold your breath with me again. That one was 20 feet. 24. Again, done at about 25 feet. They absolutely love this. Can't help myself with those bubbles. There's a cuda in the top of the screen. No big deal. For some reason, I'm completely comfortable at about a minute, no matter how deep I go. If I'm at 70 feet, a minute's fine. I don't know why, but it's always right around a minute for my dive. Riley got a hold of the camera, so that's her evil laugh. Got some yellowtail. All the coral, all the colors. It's beautiful down there. Keep in mind you're losing a lot of your reds and yellows at that depth from the sunlight. he scared her for a second. It's like something stabbed him. Oh, what? Steve, snorkel talk. Come look at this. Not that. She wants me to see that little Spanish lobster in there. I don't want to break his antenna off, so I'm trying to be real careful. Get him out so they can see, but unfortunately, oh, you just caught me with my snorkel in my mouth. I shouldn't have that at depth. That's kind of a no-no. There's one of the only shots of me without the camera strapped to my head. Look at that form. So smooth. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm a little nervous underwater. Riley offers me the air. I say I don't need it. I have gills. I'm a fish. Or a chicken, whatever that was. I can't tell. What do you think? Does she like it? I've got the camera back on another reef here. This one was really, really pretty. No lobsters to be seen though. A lot of sea fans. A lot of color on this one too. We're back on the brownies. You can probably tell by all the noisy bubbles. Went back to one of the earlier spots where we found quite a few. Found even more. This guy's undersized. Gotta let him go. Using the net and tickle stick because there was just so many to dig out of there. My watch thinks I'm superhuman because it's on free dive mode. It's yelling at me. do. See me kind of struggling with my buoyancy here because I'm wearing a weight belt that's got me pretty much buoyant at about 25 feet, and when we're 6 feet, 8 feet deep like this, it wants me to pop to the surface. Anybody else left? Alright, this is that coral head again that had all the what looked like carcasses, but they were molts. 2 days later, and just absolutely loaded up with bugs. I'm having to filter through the smalls to get to the bigger guys. Can't even get the tickle stick in there, they're so thick. Pardon my hands, pardon your view. I wasn't thinking about you right at this second, I'm sorry.